So there! Free-to-play video games can be a bit of a minefield. For every great game we see, we get at least 7 which aren't so great. So I thought I'd show you 10 games that look to be excellent free-to-play experiences for you and your friends. Some games are coming out this summer, others are due in 2023. If you'd like me to cover any of these in detail, please let me know in the comments. Now let's do this. Coming this summer is Disney Speedstorm. Imagine a cross-platform Mario Kart starring characters from Disney and Pixar. Sounds pretty good, right? Each of the tracks is based on iconic locations from the animated movies and TV shows, and the roster is absolutely packed. Mickey can race Sully from Monsters Inc. Captain Jack Sparrow can go up against Donald Duck. It's weird in the best kind of way. Like Mario Kart, the characters have slightly different stats, but that's where Speedstorm pivots, as each racer has their own specific skills and abilities. And we've seen a few ultimate abilities too. Each new season will bring new tracks and new characters, which will likely be where we start paying for content. To my surprise, split-screen couch co-op is confirmed, and crossplay is here too on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, PC and mobile. Summer can't come soon enough. As we're already comparing these new games to Nintendo products, let's continue. Back in December, I showed you Multiversus, a 2-on-2 platform fighter which takes on the Smash Bros formula. Multiversus is due to release any moment now on PlayStation, Xbox and PC, and lets us choose to fight with a host of characters from Warner Bros. Owned franchises. This means Batman can fight Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. On release, there will be at least 13 playable characters, with more coming regularly to keep the meta changing and players on their toes. If Multiversus is successful, we can expect to see Mortal Kombat characters joining the fight, or even Lord of the Rings alumni. Each character has their own abilities, and the synergy between each pair is important. Or if you don't want to play with a teammate, it can be a free-for-all instead. Multiversus is releasing this year. It could be releasing any minute now. I'll keep you updated. Have a look-see at Spine, a team-based action game set in this dystopian technology-filled world. Spine technology turns standard human beings into super beings with improved reflexes. We are told that martial arts movies have inspired the melee-focused combat, and the gun fu seen in films like The Matrix is implemented throughout. So dodging bullets looks to be a real option here before getting up close and personal with a katana in hand. The devs want the game to feel like a movie as well as a competitive PvP experience. Spine has been confirmed for PS5, Xbox Series, PC and mobile. We'll find out more in late 2022. Cyberpunk, gun fu and samurais, Spine could be a massive hit. A game I'm watching and hoping to be great is Exo Mecca, a first-person shooter where futuristic soldiers do battle on a newly found untouched planet. The gunplay looks solid, and the sheer breadth of things we've seen it's just wow. Underwater caves for flanking maneuvers, so many vehicles to drive like tanks and helicopters. Oh, and like the name suggests, there's freaking mechs here. It'll be like being in the scene from the Transformers movie. Originally, this was only planned for PC, but it's now coming to Xbox, and there are reports of PS5 too, but I don't trust those sources right now. The release date for Exo Mecca has already been pushed back a few times. It was due out last month. It appears that further funding is allowing the team to create a bigger game than we first saw. So now we play the waiting game. A release date is due. My guess is this free-to-play game will be coming in 2023. Another free game to look out for in the summer is Gundam Evolution. I know there's been some questionable Gundam games in the past, but from the people who've played the beta so far, it's actually fun. Gundam Evolution is a 6-on-6 hero shooter. The feedback suggests Evolution is heavily inspired by Overwatch, from the HUD to the map layout and the skills of each unit. Each Gundam has a different health pool, dash limit and preferred range of combat, and on release, 3 game modes are confirmed: point capture, domination and destruction. I'll tell you more about those when the game releases in a month or two. Like usual, it's another cross-platform release on PS4, PS5, all the Xboxes and PC as well. Starting this summer, another free-to-play Disney game is coming to take over your life: Disney Dreamlight Valley. Basically, over time, all the Disney characters have forgotten about each other and the world they live in. That's where you rock up and bring everyone back together. It appears that Dreamlight Valley is a cross between a typical adventure game with quests and something like The Sims or Animal Crossing. We haven't seen any gameplay mechanics just yet, but if you want to sign up to be a founder or if you have Xbox Game Pass, you'll be the first to play in July, with the full release scheduled for 2023. It's going to be on every platform from PlayStation to Android, from Switch to iOS. I just hope they don't make me collect turnips like Animal Crossing. That was too hardcore. I started this video by showing you a kart racing game set to be big. Well, it turns out that space is quite competitive thanks to KartRider Drift. Just like Disney's Speedstorm, the vibe is most definitely Mario Kart, but unlike Speedstorm, KartRider is much more closer to the iconic kart races of the past. Power-ups can be found on the road, and shortcuts play an important part to stay competitive, especially on harder settings. Drift is going all out on customization and making that the centre of their business plan. As the other kart racer is scheduled for summer, it's likely that KartRider Drift will release before that to try and maximise their time in the sun. If you want to play now, you can sign up for it, or you can wait for the full release set for the summer on PS4, PS5, Xbox and PC. My most anticipated free-to-play game of 2022 is Ark Raiders, a cooperative third-person shooter in which we are a group of raiders who must fight back against the onslaught of Ark, a ruthless machine threat descending from space. We'll be scavenging the ruins of a forgotten world to somehow find a way to outsmart our new enemies. Celeste is the face of the game, someone who lost everything to Ark and then became a resistance fighter. The game is also based on a book of the same name. In March, the playtesting for the full game began, which, if all goes well, should see Ark Raiders pop up again soon with a release date. Until then, all we know is that it's coming in 2022 on PS5, Xbox Series and PC. When Epic Games closed down Paragon in favour of Fortnite, there was a bunch of that community left with nothing to play. That's where Overprime comes in, a MOBA, an online battle arena that takes inspiration from Dota, League of Legends and Paragon. Overprime is actually already out on PC right now, but the real reason I'm including it in this video is due to this footage. The Overprime team are currently working on a console port. Here it is on the PS5 dev kit being used to play a full match. No console release date just yet, 2022 maybe? And finally, for Game 10, it's another title which was due to release earlier this year, but at the very last second in February, it was pulled. And now once again, we are waiting a new release date. All we know for certain is it's coming in 2022. This is Rumbleverse, a battle royale game, but guns are replaced with wrestling moves. 40 players crash down into the city as the usual storm circles push everyone closer and closer together until only one is left standing. It doesn't take itself too seriously at all. Rumbleverse is all about customization and looking however you want. There is a crazy amount of flexibility from skin color, body shape and hairstyles right down to elbow pads and the color of your underwear, which we all know is very important. I played a few of the Rumbleverse tests and it was certainly lacking something which made you want to come back for game after game after game. But if they do find the trigger to make people want to play constantly, I believe Rumbleverse will be huge. And it has the backing of Epic Games. If Rumbleverse interests you, be sure to check back next month because I have a full breakdown coming. So, there we have it, 10 free-to-play games that I believe are worth your time, releasing between now and summer next year. Thank you very much for watching to the end. I'm Adam, you're awesome. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.